Hi everyone, my name is Victor. I'm a French teenager who is a junior at EIB High School. I also play rugby in the formation center of a professional team. I have at least 5 times 3 hours rugby training sessions per week. In addition, in French high school, days are long and there are tons of homework. Finally, as every teenager, I need to rest and see my friend. So managing my time is a big issue. However, I'm not the only one in this situation. Some people can manage their time very well to find an equilibrium between school, sports and personal life. But some others have to make difficult and sometimes unnecessary sacrifices. Some abandon schools, others abandon sports, and others abandon having fun. I believe that you can find an equilibrium to a certain extent, but for this, you have to respect a few rules. First, I will talk about my personal experience. Then, I will go over what I believe are the rules and key factors essential to find this equilibrium. As I said previously, like every French teenager, I have long school days and lots of homework. However, I'm a little bit different because after my school day I have long training sessions. On top of that, the training center is at about 45 minutes of the school and even farther from my home. Therefore, time is precious. In order to waste the less time possible, organizing my time is essential and is the key of my system. I can remember that as I grew up and started to play more seriously, the number of training sessions doubled. It went from 3 sessions every week to 6. At the beginning, I had a large time to organize myself. As a consequence, I was not sleeping a lot, I was always doing my homework the night before the due day, and I did not have enough time to go out and see my friends. Of course, because I was not sleeping enough, I wasn't as good as the other players in my team. I started to play less in the first team. In addition to this, because of my exhaustion, I was not enjoying training as much as before. I preferred hanging out with friends. And because I played in a high-level team and I was not getting better, there was a risk of getting kicked out of the team. Indeed, I needed to react if I wanted to continue to play for my team. So I made some choices. Difficult choices, but necessary choices. Firstly and most importantly, I started to organize myself. It was not easy. I made some sacrifices like not going to parties in order to be able to go to all my trainings or skipping some vacations to train and work. But I do not regret it because my efforts paid. In addition, managing my time effectively allowed me to reduce the amount of choices. Now I can spend more and more time with family and friends. Because managing my time effectively was useful for me and because I know that time is a big issue for a teenager, I want to share some key factors and tips that help me. The first one is scheduling. In fact, it is the basis for time management. And everything starts from there because it helps you to gain some time and helps you to put less effort in your work while having better results. I think to build a clear and precise schedule, you need to consider 2 essential criteria: your goals and the free time that you have. You need to know what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when you have the time to do it. I think that always being a step ahead is essential to succeed, and by organizing your time, you'd always be a step ahead. Another benefit of scheduling is that it motivates you. I consider that fixing yourself a limited amount of time to do an activity forces you to do it. The second one is goal settings, which requires strong determination. If you have an objective, the best way of achieving it is to be determined. You need to stay focused on your objective. I think that determination is often born from failure. Do not be scared to fail, it will only make you better. Failure are really important because it's in this moment that you will realize what you really want. After tasting failure, you understand that you don't want to taste it again. This will help you to succeed your plan. It does not matter how you will succeed because you will have put so much effort that failing will not be a possibility anymore. Thomas Edison once said, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time." And I think that this quote can be linked to our subject. For example, if you failed an exam because you were running out of time to study due to the fact that your extra-school activity takes you a lot of time, it doesn't mean that you have to stop them. And after this failure, you will maybe find a better way of managing your time. It's important to organize your schedules and goals in function of the time that you have. You cannot find the perfect planning the first time. You need to try many times before finding the perfect equilibrium. Indeed, managing time also requires patience. Last but not least, time management requires a lot of hard work. I know and agree that it's very easy to say and hard to do, but giving the best of yourself in everything you do will help you to have the best results, the fastest as possible. In consequence, you will have more free time. Sometimes, everyone can be lazy, but procrastinating will not get you anywhere. I consider that if you don't want to do the things directly, it's useless to do them. And if you don't want to give the best of yourself, someone else will, and you will reach your objectives.